Welcome to lecture number 4 of Computer System Architecture. Students, the main objectives of this lecture are to understand the decimal, binary, octal and hexadecimal number systems. Students, this topic is not only important for the examination of second year, but it is also important for the competitive examinations where the knowledge of fundamental concepts of computer science is tested. Students, let's first understand what is number system. Number system is a system which is used to represent numbers. We all are familiar with the decimal number system and the Roman number system. The example of numbers represented in decimal number system and Roman number system are visible on your screen. Students, you know that the main objective of this lecture are to understand the decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system and hexadecimal number system. So let's start our discussion on the decimal number system. Students, the word deci means 10. It is used to represent the 10 symbols which are used to represent any number in the decimal number system. We all are familiar with this number system. We all know that in this number system we use symbols from 0 to 9 to represent any number. Also, students, the decimal number system is represented by writing the value of base as 10. The examples of numbers written in decimal number system are visible on your screen. Students, now let's understand the concept of place values. Students, the value of any digit in a number depends upon the place in which it is placed in that number. The place values of different places of number are visible on your screen. The place value of the rightmost digit is 10 raised to the power 0, or it is also known as ones. The place value of the second rightmost digit is 10 raised to the power 1, or it is also known as tens. The place value of the third rightmost digit is 10 raised to the power 2, or it is known as hundreds. The place value of the fourth rightmost digit is 10 raised to the power 3, which is also known as thousand. Similarly, the place value of the fifth rightmost digit is 10 raised to the power 4. Students, on the basis of the place values, we can write the expanded form of a number. Students, let's now discuss the number systems which are used in computer science to represent the data. In computer science, we use three number systems: binary, octal and hexadecimal for the representation of numbers. Let's now understand them one by one. Firstly, let's understand binary number system. Students, the word bi means 2. In binary number system, we use two symbols 0 and 1 to represent any number. In this case, we write 2 along with the binary number to show that it is a binary number. The example of the binary numbers are visible on your screen. Students, let's now understand the place values in the binary number system. Here you can see that the place value of the rightmost digit is 2 raised to the power 0, and the place value of the second digit from the right side is 2 raised to the power 1. Place value of the third digit from the right hand side is 2 raised to the power 2, and the place value of the fourth digit from the right hand side is 2 raised to the power 3. Similarly, you can check the place values of the other digits. Students, let's now understand octal number system. The word octa means 8. It is used to represent the 8 symbols from 0 to 7 which are used in this number system. The octal numbers are represented by writing base value as 8. The example of octal numbers are visible on your screen. Students, let's now discuss the place values of the octal number system. Students, we know that the base value of octal number system is 8. So the place values of this system are 8 raised to the power 0, 8 raised to the power 1, 8 raised to the power 2, 8 raised to the power 3 and so on. Students, the next number system is hexadecimal number system. The word hexadecimal means 16. It is made of two words, hexa which means 6 and deci which means 10. In this number system we use 16 symbols, uh, 0 to 9. And for 10 we use A, for 11 we use B, for 12 we use C, for 13 we use D, for 14 we use E, and for 15 we use F. Students, in hexadecimal number system, the base value is 16. The examples of the hexadecimal numbers are visible on your screen. Students, let's now check the place values of the hexadecimal number systems. Students, as we know that the base value in hexadecimal number system is 16. So the place value of the rightmost digit is 16 raised to power 0. The place value of the second digit from the right hand side is 16 raised to power 1, and the place value of the third digit from the right hand side is 16 raised to power 2, and so on. Students, I think you have understood the basic concepts of number system. You have understood decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system, and hexadecimal number system. So let's now move on and try to understand how we can convert the number written in one number system into another number system. Firstly, we will understand the conversion of decimal numbers into binary, octal, and hexadecimal. To convert a decimal number into binary, we follow a procedure in which we divide the number by 2 and we note down the quotient and remainder. For the next step, the value of the quotient is used as a number, and we apply the same procedure. We divide the number by 2 and we note down the remainder. This procedure is repeated until the value of number becomes 0. After that, we note down all the remainder values from downside to the upward direction. For example, to convert the decimal number 18 into binary form, we will divide 18 by 2 and we will get 9 in the quotient and 0 in the remainder. In the next step, we will divide 9 by 2 and we will get 4 in the quotient and 1 as remainder. In the next step, we will divide 4 by 2 and we will get 2 as quotient and 0 as remainder. In the next step, we will get in the next step we will divide 2 by 2 and we will get 1 as quotient and 0 as remainder. And in the final step, we will divide 1 by 2 and we will get 0 as quotient and 1 as remainder. After that, we will note down the remainders from bottom to up. In this way, the number we will obtain will be the binary of the given decimal number. For example, the binary of 18 is 10010. Students, let's now take another example. Here we want to convert the decimal number 219 into its binary form. So here we will divide 219 by 2, and in this way we will get 109 as quotient and we will get 1 as remainder. In the next step, we will divide 109 by 2 and we will get 54 as quotient and 1 as remainder. In the next step, we will divide 54 by 2 and we will get 27 as quotient and 0 as remainder. In the next step, we will divide 27 by 2 and we will get 13 in the quotient and 1 as remainder. In the next step, we will divide 13 by 2 and we will get 6 in the quotient and 1 in the remainder. The next step, we will divide 6 by 2 and we will get 3 in the quotient and 0 in the remainder. In the next step, we will divide 3 by 2 and we will get 1 in the quotient and 1 in the remainder. In the final step, we will divide 1 by 2 and we will get 0 in the quotient and 1 in the remainder. After that, we will note down the remainders from bottom to upward direction and we will get 110, 110, 11, which is the binary equivalent of the decimal number 219. Students, let's now discuss the conversion of decimal numbers to octal number system. In this case, we will divide the number given in the decimal number system by 8 and we will note down the quotient and we will note down the remainder. For the next step, the quotient becomes the number and we will apply the same procedure. We will divide number by 8 and we will note down the remainder. This procedure is repeated until the value of number becomes 0. After that, we note down all the remainders from bottom to upward direction, and the number we obtain is the octal form of the given decimal number. Now let's take an example. Suppose we want to convert 18 in decimal to octal form. Here we will divide 18 by 8 and we will get 2 in the quotient and 2 in the remainder. After that we will divide 2 by 8 and we will get 0 in the quotient and 2 in the remainder. So the octal form of the 18 in decimal is equal to 2 2. Now let's take another example. Here we want to convert the decimal number 227 into its octal form. So firstly we will divide 227 by 8 and we will get 28 as the quotient and 3 as the remainder. After that we will divide 28 by 8 and we will get 3 in the quotient and 4 in the remainder, and in the final step we will divide 3 by 8 and we will get 0 in the quotient and 3 in the remainder. So the octal form of the decimal number 227 is 343. Similarly, you can check another example. Here we have converted the decimal number 8971 into its octal form, and the octal number we obtained in this case is 21413. Students, let's now understand how we can convert the decimal numbers into its hexadecimal equivalent. So in this case, we divide the number by 16 and we note down the quotient and we also note down the remainder. For the next step, the quotient becomes number and we apply the same procedure. This procedure is repeated until the value of number becomes 0. Let's now take a few examples to understand this. In example number 1, we want to find the hexadecimal equivalent of 18. So in this case, we divided the 18 by 16 and we will get 1 as the quotient and 2 as remainder. In the next step, we are dividing 1 by 16 and we will get 0 in the quotient and 1 as the remainder. After that we will note down the remainders from bottom to up, and the number we will obtain this way is 1 2, which is the hexadecimal equivalent of the decimal number 18. Students, let's now take another example. In example number 2, we want to find out the hexadecimal equivalent of the decimal number 219. So in this case we will divide 219 by 16 and we will get 13 as the quotient and 11 as the remainder, and after that we will divide 13 by 16 and we will get 0 as the quotient and 13 as the remainder. Students, as we know that the symbol used to represent 11 in hexadecimal is B and the symbol used to represent 13 in hexadecimal is D. So the final value in the hexadecimal will be dB. Students, you can check another example. In example number 3, we want to find out the hexadecimal equivalent of the number 8971 and the value we obtained in this case is 230B. Students, let's now understand how we can convert the binary, octal and hexadecimal numbers into the decimal equivalent. Students, to change a binary number into a decimal number, we need to write the expanded form of the binary number on the basis of its place values. We know that the place values of binary number are 2 raised to the power 0, 2 raised to the power 1, 2 raised to the power 2, and so on. Firstly, we'll multiply the bit values with their place values and after that we'll add them. In example number 1, the number is 10010. So the expanded form of this number is 0 multiplied by 2 raised to the power 0 plus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to the power 1 plus 0 multiplied by 2 raised to the power 2 plus 0 multiplied by 2 raised to the power 3 plus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to the power 4. Now we know that 2 raised to the power 0 is 1 and 2 raised to the power 1 is 2 and 2 raised to the power 2 is 4 and 2 raised to the power 3 is 8 and 2 raised to the power 4 is 16. So in the next line the expression will become 0 multiplied by 1 plus 1 multiplied by 2 plus 0 multiplied by 4 plus 0 multiplied by 8 plus 1 multiplied by 16. So in the next step we will get 16 plus 2 because all the values where one of the multiple is 0 will become 0, and finally we'll get 18 in the result, which is the decimal equivalent of 10010. Students, you can check the second example also. Students, let's now understand the conversion of octal number to its decimal equivalent. In this case, we will write down the expanded form of the octal number on the basis of its place values. For example, the expanded form of the octal number 353 is 3 multiplied by 8 raised to the power 0 plus 4 multiplied by 8 raised to the power 1 plus 3 multiplied by 8 raised to the power 2. Now we know that 8 raised to the power 0 is 1, 8 raised to the power 1 is 8, and 8 raised to the power 2 is 64. So in the next line the expression will become 3 multiplied by 64 plus 4 multiplied by 8 plus 3 multiplied by 1, which in the next line will become 192 plus 32 plus 3, and finally the value we'll obtain is 227, which is the decimal equivalent of the octal number 343. Students, similarly you can check the second example also. Students, let's now understand the conversion of hexadecimal number to decimal number. In this case, we will write the expanded form of the hexadecimal number, and we know that the base value of the hexadecimal number is 16. Students, let's take an example to understand this. Suppose we want to find the decimal equivalent of the hexadecimal number 230b. So firstly we'll write the expanded form by using its place value. The expanded form will be b multiplied by 16 raised to the power 0 plus 0 multiplied by 16 raised to the power 1 plus 3 multiplied by 16 raised to the power 2 plus 2 multiplied by 16 raised to the power 3. Now students, we know that the b is equal to 11 in decimal. So and also 16 raised to the power 0 is 1, 16 raised to the power 1 is 16, 16 raised to the power 2 is 256, and 16 raised to the power 3 is 4096. So in the next line the value of the expression will be 11 multiplied by 1 plus 0 multiplied by 16 plus 3 multiplied by 256 plus 2 multiplied by 4096, which in the next line will become 11 plus 0 plus 768 plus 8192, and finally the value we will get is 8971, which is a decimal equivalent of the number 230b. Students, you can check the second example also. In this case, we want to find out the decimal equivalent of the number EF21C, and the result we obtain in this case is 979484. Students, this is the end of the first part of lecture number 4. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.